Okay, people, very emotional tonight. I got friends on Avenue U that are from Yemen, and I'm English, and the English have just bombed fucking Yemen yesterday. I like to go in and, these are my friends. It's like, anyway, so let's get into the act. Okay, I'm too low. I need to just adjust some shit, alright? I don't know what's going on. Right, here we go. And action. Okay, I'd like you to imagine a clock face. Clock face, clock face, clock face. Look at my face and project in front of me a clock face. Now, a lot of you won't even know what an analog clock looks like, but imagine like Big Ben, the face of Big Ben. The hands on Big Ben, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12, 6, 3, 9. Divide and conquer. No, I'm not going to do that bit now. That's for later in the act. Let's stick with the clock face. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Now be careful when you're around 9 o'clock because you might start being accused of being a Nazi. Anyway, let's get back to what I was trying to say is, what I would like you to see is 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, a diamond. Do you see a diamond that starts at 12 o'clock, that goes to 9 o'clock, that goes to 6 o'clock, that goes to 3 o'clock, that goes to 12? It's a diamond. Right, now, in musical terms, that's actually a diminished chord. What that means is C at the top, E flat, G flat, A double flat, which basically translates to the root, the flat third, the flat fifth, and the double flat seven. Most people don't know what I'm talking about and they think that I'm completely off my fucking trolley. That's fine. Some people out there like Rick Beato and Adam Neely will know what I'm talking about. Right, diminished triangle. Diminished diamond. If we now lay the diamond over, if we put 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock flat, we've actually got a square. That's what they call square in the round. Square in the round. A lot of people have been talking about this forever. It's that simple. It's a musical terminology. Right, let's continue on. Now we've got a square. I would like you to imagine that you're actually a falcon or an eagle looking down on that square. Basically, you're flying right over a pyramid, and that is the footprint of a pyramid, is a square. All right, are you seeing a square? Right, think of that as a pyramid. Now, let's go back to the clock face. Let's go to 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12. Are you seeing a triangle? 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12. 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12. 4, 12, 8. 4, 12, 8. 4, 12, 8. I know I've got a bit of indigestion and stuff going on, but the message has to get out there no matter what. So triangle. Now, in musical terms, and this is going to be very hard to, the next part that I show you is going to be hard to get your head around, but 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12 is actually what we call in music an augmented triangle. If you divide the circle up, if you go to 4 o'clock, from 0 or 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock is 120 degrees. 120 degrees. I'm saying it because my voice, my accent is very easy to like get confused. Right, from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock is also 120 degrees. From 8 o'clock back up to 12 is 120 degrees. 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. In musical terms, that's a major third, a major third, and a major third. 3, 6, 9, like Tesla talked about. This is also John Coltrane stuff. John Coltrane knows about this stuff. He did a tone wheel This is all the stuff Coltrane was working on. I figured it out. Right, let's take that triangle over to that square base and lay a triangle on one edge. Leave it there for a second. Let's come back to the clock face. 12, 4, 8, 12, 4, 8. Let's get another triangle, take that down, put it on another side of that square. There's two of them now, two triangles. Leave them there vibrating at the minute. Right, let's go back to the clock face. 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 12. Take another triangle, put it on the other side. Let's do it again. Like it's, I've got to just fucking get this done. 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, there it is. 4 of them, lean them in. What have you made? A pyramid. The pyramids are coming from a musical scale. What is that scale? Oh, I don't know. It seems to be a diminished diamond with augmented triangles. Is there such a scale that we use in music that contains both an augmented and a diminished? Oh, yes, there is. It happens to be the harmonic major, and it's just the major scale that we've been taught about. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C being the octave. One note difference. A, the sixth note, 5 and 1 is 6. The sixth note is flattened. A flat. And once you do A flat, that gets you onto the triangle of the cycle of fifths. In addition, that scale gives you both the augmented, it gives you the diminished, it's the harmonic major, and on the third degree of the harmonic major, it gives you a Hendrix chord, which is the Phrygian flat 4. This is going to be beyond everyone. I know no one's going to get it. Only Rick Beato and Adam Neely know what I'm talking about musically. They won't actually comprehend the geometry of the pyramid. Yeah, I'm not autistic. I'm basically dyslexic, which means I get the wrong word sometimes, and my memory is really lacking. Yet I operate at like ridiculous levels. I was Lou Reed's guitar tech for 9 years. And stay ahead of the curve with someone like that. You have to be pretty on your game. Anyway, so pyramids. Let's get back to pyramids. Right. Pyramids allegedly are made of granite. Granite is a crystalline structure, which is a rock. But crystals, we know, we put vibration into crystals like quartz. Quartz, we know, if we put a vibration in it, it's very stable, and we can make watches and clocks out of it, and thus get the people away from looking at analog clocks with hands, like grandfather clocks like Big Ben. Yeah, quartz, the digital age, is way, way better. Right, there's also another mineral, I'm not sure what it is, I can Google it, and I did a while ago, but I've forgotten it because I'm dyslexic. But there's another crystal by where we measure the speed of light. Now, this crystal, whatever it is, we put a frequency in it and we multiply it by 25, I think. Then we divide it by 5, divide it by 2. So 25 going up and 2 and 5 coming down. That gives us the speed of light. Okay. Sits back in chair, rubs chin, ponders what he's saying for a second and says, hey, when did that actually come into fruition? When did we start using this? 1955. Oh, why 1950? Well, that's the time when we had the international standardization system. Why did that come into being? Well, time as we know it has only existed for the last 200 years. Time, synchronized time with everyone, came in with the railways. Now, when one thinks that we've had several calendars, Julius Caesar came in the Roman Empire and added January and February. We used to only have 10 months. 10 months, now we've got 12. Actually, 12 is more going in the right direction. Realistically, the Chinese have a lunar calendar working off the moon. Well, why are we working off the sun and they're working off the moon? When in actuality, all of our females on the planet, their cycles, their feminine cycles, coincide with the moon and the rise and fall of the tide, apparently. Yet we, because we're men, no, we reject that and we go for the sun. The sun is the, oh, the sun, it's got to be. Why do you think the sun is the prince? Why the sun, the principal, all of this, when you start thinking about it, most people don't, I clearly do in great detail. Back to the pyramids. Let's get back to the pyramids because it's getting too off track. Okay, so we've got granite. They built our granite. Allegedly, they're covered in limestone and they have a gold capstone. Gold at the top, limestone over granite. Now, what do we know about limestone? Well, as musicians and artists, we know being in the limelight, most of us have forgotten, but limelight came from actually putting an electrical charge into limestone. And if you do that, and this is important, it's a negative monopole charge, meaning it's coming from the earth directly into the limestone. When you do this, the limestone illuminates. I don't know if it burns or just illuminates. I'm hoping it just illuminates. Now, my theory, it's not a theory, it's a hypothesis, is this. That when one puts an electrical current into limestone that actually is coming from a negative polarity, a negative monopole, if you will, coming from the earth, and then you ignite this energy within the limestone burns bright. Okay, fair enough, we got limelight, no big deal. But what's actually happening? Maybe it's vibrating the limestone at a certain frequency. Now, what I know, because I'm a drone wizard, is once you get a frequency vibrating, within that vibration, they'll start to get a pattern that will be a standing wave. And that standing wave will start to build energy. Now, is it possible that a limestone, when it's vibrating and it builds a standing wave, starts to pound or tap onto the granite? The granite's a lot denser. And it's in that construction, it's a pyramid construction. You start tapping on that with major third intervals. Like you go, well, they're all major thirds. Even if they're the same note, but they're major thirds, think about it. The vibration at the points of contact is going to be a lot tighter than in the middle. And if that middle is also creating, if these things vibrate as a triangle, and those high and low pressure waves around them create a zone, i.e. a circle around it. We've seen the triangle in the circle. It creates a zone around it, which is a circle. And also within, there's this whole thing about the, ban the bomb sign is within the triangle. If you just come down and do that. Anyway, similarly, look at me, and then look at Vitruvian Man, Leonardo da Vinci. Also, look at the eyes of Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, and it looks like David Bowie eyes. Now, you're like, oh, this guy's off his fucking trolley. Absolutely, yeah, because I am. Everything I'm talking about is absolute bollocks. You shouldn't listen to a word I'm saying. I'm completely out of my mind, blah, blah, blah. Except some of what I'm saying is resonating with you. So why is it resonating with you? Is it possible that maybe I do know something? I don't know. You can, only you fuckers can tell me. Rick Beato needs to see this video, and also Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. I'm starting to do stand-up comedy. This is part of the stand-up comedy. It's not funny, but it's going to get people like, most people are not going to get it. They're too young. They don't even know the references that I'm using. They don't know the things that I know. How the fuck am I going to convey all this information to people? Well, that's the purpose of this video. I'm going to do videos and keep looking at it and try and edit it down. But mainly, I'm not. I'm going to go out and just unload. I just did my first stand-up. My friend Gary Hood invited me down, and I ranted like this on 3 occasions. I also played music and made up songs on the spot. Not very good, but I don't really care. I don't really care about anything anymore, except I'd like for there not to be any war on this planet. This planet didn't used to be called planet Earth. Just like this, like I'm going to show you. I thought I'd already done this bit, but I didn't. The word, or the pen, is mightier than the sword. Let's do this. Look, watch. Word, W-O-R-D. Don't forget, I'm doing it in reverse for you. W-O-R-D-S. This is one that gets me because my name's Stuart and I always do the S the wrong way around. So, words, take the S off and put it at the other end. You've got sword. Sword and words. Words are plural, therefore words are more powerful than a single sword. But a sword can't, I mean, swords will slay you. Don't ever give up on the idea that swords are like not powerful. They are very powerful. Take your life like that. But words, on the other hand, are more powerful. Why? Because you can start to present ideas, and once you get imaginations working with ideas, there's no telling where that might go to. Right, let's do another one. When you do music, people talk about tones. Let's do tones. T-O-N-E-S. Take the S off and put it out the other end. You've got stone. Stone and tone. Remember swords and words. Stone, the sword was set in the stone. Excalibur was set in the stone. No one could get it out. Someone removed the stone. Someone removed the sword from the stone. Someone just removed the stone and the sword. Yeah, I stole the whole fucking thing. Anyway, I didn't really. No one did. That was King Arthur of the Britons, but you know, you don't always have to be the king or the prince or the knight. The butler or the golf caddy, or back in the old days, the guy that handled all the weaponry, quite often knew more than the knight and the king. The wizard was always referred to by the king. The king would always ask the wizard's advice before he went into battle. I am a drone wizard. I'm owning it now. I am it. And I'm going to put this out and I'm going to get ridiculed. And I don't really give a fuck because I know shit that people don't know. And when people start to listen to me, Joe Rogan will have me on his show. Joe Rogan will invite me out for an elk dinner because he's basically, it's the whole gag about Joe Rogan is that I've got a whole piece on him, but I'll do that in another video. Joe Rogan is quite an inspiration to me. Now I'm not saying he's a be all and end all. I mean, but anyway, there's a whole thing that's going to come out later about Joe Rogan. I'm going to do a whole piece on Joe Rogan. I'll probably do a piece on Jordan Peterson. There's a lot of information that I've got. Most of it's absolute bullshit. It means nothing at all. But some of it is like quite cool. At least it's interesting for a talk show. And Joe Rogan should get me on there as a talk show host. And if he's going to do that, he should at least take me out for an elk dinner. Elk meat dinner. Because I want to taste this fucking elk meat. He's going on about fucking elk meat. And it's like, you know, I got a whole thing. We're in my kitchen. I make stews. My name is Stuart. I'm a stew artist. I make amazing stews. And I'm going back to the old ways of like the Celts, making porridge and stuff. And I don't know, my body's really feeling good about all this stuff. Now, I've got people that are going to like be, oh yeah, you're off your fucking tits again. But what I don't know is I get off my tits by jumping in cold water or doing breathing exercises. It's the same as doing alcohol. It's the same as doing any drugs. You can get your body to do all this crazy shit just by usually trying to kill it. Like when you throw yourself in cold water, you're trying to die. You're not trying to die, but your body goes, oh my God, you're dying. We need to protect you. We need to give you some good drugs. And you start hallucinating, and you start feeling amazing. It's great, and you've got energy that just comes from nowhere. It's Tai Chi does that as well. I saw it with Lou Reed. I mean, anyway, this has been too long a rant already, so let's call it a day, and I'm going to just put it out and just see where we go, alright? Love you.